Euphoric day, everyone. Crazy hair don't care. I got a good ass tan, and I believe I am peeling. Not as bad as I thought, but I'm loving this tan, guys. Cause it's like definitely my color, but as soon as you go like right down in here, it's like very, 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 very light skin. Now when you go to my stomach, even more light skin. Anyways, so what are we gonna talk about today? I haven't done a video talking, like I've just been posting what I've experienced in Hawaii. And we can talk about that. We can talk about my whole experience in Hawaii. So, because I really didn't put out anything but what was a channel message in there when I was there. Because I felt like it needed to be released at that moment. But see, I've learned something about myself, and I learned something in general. I stopped believing about people. This shit happens. It does happen. But I stopped believing that it had any effect in my field because of the fact that I know for a fact I'm heavily protected, right? Like, heavily protected. Like, right now, while I'm talking, I have millions of ancestors surrounding me. Not only ancestors surrounding me, I have guardian angels surrounding me. Not only guardian angels surrounding me, I have angels surrounding me. Not only angels surrounding me, I have archangels surrounding me. And this is something that I don't mind boasting about, because I'm grateful 100% for them. Every single one of them. Because honestly, I wouldn't be in the place I am right now if it wasn't for them. Yes, I took the action to move forward and choose myself and be chosen to do the work. I did that. But the motivation, the push, the guidance, the protection, the love that I received outside of this world, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been insane. I would not be in this place in my life the way I love myself if I wasn't as open as I am right now towards my divine team, and open for them to love me unconditionally, because they love me beyond unconditionally. Like, shit. My ancestors chose me to come here, even though I was contracted to come here. And I chose to come here and leave my star family to be here for a purpose. And I'm gradually making that purpose in reality. And it's happening. Like, it's happening. It takes time, and that's something I had to learn too. I had to learn that time doesn't really exist. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to reach to this point right now, and now I'm in a more calmer state of where I'm at in life. And even though the same things try to creep up to try to intervene and distract me. What I mean by that, in the past, I used to believe that the evil eye or whatever people desire towards me had an effect to what was happening in my life, like any kind of delays or anything like that, right? And the more I in tune with myself and I in tune with my divine team, I realized that they will never have an effect on me, because they don't. Like, they are mirrors of me. And on top of mirrors of me, they're just a mirror, a shadow. So it cannot affect what I came here for. And it cannot affect. There's never been a delay, because everything is divine timing. Everything is divine timing. I mean, everything. You may think that certain things, oh, I'm in delay. No, baby. Let me put something more simple. Let me give you an example. I go, before I used to react, like my anxiety would go crazy and I would get pissed off when I seen a delay in my subways and I would get to a place late. I don't like being late for work. Mind you, I have my own business now. But before I didn't. I worked for someone else. I like to point that out because I'm so proud of myself, and I feel like that's something that I got to keep exuding within myself, because it brought so much freedom to own my own business. Besides that point, we're going back to the example. When I worked for someone else, I would feel so much anxiety and pissed, just anger, because I was late because of the subway system and all this crap, right? And now that I think about everything, now that that it certainly happens, I see it as it had to happen, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you don't know what you're being protected from in that instance. Let's say you went somewhere and that time something could have happened. You just don't know, right? And I'm not saying go with a negative mindset. It's just reevaluate why you're being halted. All right, that's one point. Well, you don't know what's gonna happen, right? Secondly, time don't exist, baby. Time don't exist. Thirdly, you are the person for your time. You are the power of your time. So dedicate that time to you. So don't be anxious because someone else feels some type of way of you're being late. You're never late. You're always on time, right? We've been conditioned to think that we're late and stuff like that, but in reality, we're always on time. We're always on time. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're 3 hours late, 2 hours late, it doesn't matter. You got there, right? You got there, right? That's what's important. You got there, safe and sound and alive. All right, this is the beauty of it all. And I didn't see that before because I was so stuck of pleasing the other person, pleasing my job, like, because they didn't want me to be late. If I was late, then they will take my raise away. And if I was late, the client will release me from taking care of their dog and walking their dog and choose someone else. Now, there's a difference with being late, and there's a difference with being habitually late. That's your own fault. No, to be real. Habitually late is your own fault. It has nothing to do with the way the system is working or something orchestrated in your favor, because everything's orchestrated in your favor. To be real. If it's habitually late, no, you're choosing to be late, baby. That's all it is. You're choosing to be late. But it just shows up like, oh shit, like something just out of sudden is, I like this. Even though my hair is crazy, I'm looking, hey, what's up, baby? What's up? Anyways, I'll be checking myself out. Anyways, so yeah, that's one pointing out. I don't know who needs to hear this, but that's something that I need to hear in the past. And I'm really evaluating. It's surfacing now. So someone needs to hear it. But you're never late. Nothing's delayed. There's a message in this. It's gonna go everywhere because I really don't. I'm like a parable. I'm like a puzzle. The ones that get it, get it. The ones that don't get it, will get it once the seed is sown and it starts to grow. So this is something I do like keep saying and want to keep saying. Sorry, there's like something on my screen. All right, Money, leave it alone. Anyway, see, and that's something too. Like, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn what's on the screen? They can't see what's on the screen, but you, Marty. Anyways, so yeah, like, don't internalize things. Like, the whole thing with the evil eye, blah 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 blah, the more I focused on it, the more I started believing it, whatever. Like, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible people to send you evil eye and stuff like that, but is it possible to it dictate your life, to delay anything? No, the hell it ain't possible. It ain't possible. You want to know why it's not possible? Because you the one that give the power to it. That's how you know that it's not possible. As soon as you start focusing on that, you're giving power to whatever person that's freaking doing whatever they're doing. And then it's going to happen because you gave it power to it. But as soon as you say, hell no, we won't go. I'm heavily protected. Who? Delay your mama. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you trying to send to me. Who? They sending me beauty and love and light. Just like I send it right back to them. You know what I started saying? I was like, oh, for real? They sending that to me? Okay, I send it right back to the center with love and light. With love and light. Because I don't need you to feel what I'm feeling, baby. I mean, the universe is going to go by the karma. Because it's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? You put out evil, it will come right back to you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not even evil. You just put out negativity, and that shit comes back tenfold. 901 timefold, 2 timefold, 3 timefold, and then you be like, ask them, why me? Baby, why not? You put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I realized that ain't none of that got power over me. And the more I started embodying that and focusing on that everything is working in my favor, everything started working in my favor. Like, literally. You've been paying attention to my journey, baby. I'm in a whole new set. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a whole new home. That's something I can be grateful for. Shit, the past 5 years that I've lived in New York, I done lived in 3 different places. And all been in mine. And never got kicked out of none of them. They were divinely aligned. Because I needed to be in each spot. And that I know for a fact that I needed to anchor my love and light frequency in each spot. And it was. And it came to be. And it did a lot of cleansing and changing. And it did a lot. Yeah, I gotta be proud of my power. And not diminish it and make it small. Because I am not small. Never played small. In my mind played small. But me, the way everything worked, I used to make things small in my mind. But in reality, it was some big shit. It was big steps I was taking, and I wasn't even realizing that these were big steps. You know what I'm saying? When I started choosing me was the biggest step ever. The biggest step ever. When I put boundaries, that was the biggest step ever. When I actually embodied my love for me and started seeing the power that I bring, that was the biggest step ever. You want to know why? Because I chose me. And nobody can change anything from that. Nobody can touch that. When you choose you, when you love you, ain't nobody can change your mind about that. You can't waver. They can try to do whatever. Listen, I had a situation that happened to me just recently. that I literally had to put a boundary within myself and a boundary towards the person too. Which it still has not happened when it comes to the person, because me personally, when it comes to things like that, like if I consider you, you know, a part of my life, you know what I'm saying, I want a face to face type shit, right? And this is something that I need to do face to face with the person. But the way that I felt towards something that was said, I was like, oh man. But I knew that I didn't feel it towards me, because I know how I feel about me. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm an intelligent being. But for you to make it seem like if I'm not smart, oh baby, no. I'm gonna let you know. And ain't gonna be no through no text. Ain't gonna be no through no. No, we gonna let you know face to face. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And my thing is that it's gonna be divinely aligned. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing for sure, that it emotional state, you never, ever respond. If you're in an emotional state, never, ever respond. Because it's not going to come out right. It's not. I mean, there's no right or wrong. But it's going to come out emotional. And you may do something that you didn't want to do. You may say something you didn't want to say. You know what I'm saying? You said, the emotion said it. You get what I'm saying? But when you actually reevaluate your emotion and be like, okay, why am I feeling this way? You know what I'm saying? That's when I was like, hold up. Why am I feeling this way? You know what I'm saying? Why did she make me feel like? Why did I even give her the power to make me feel that way? You know what I'm saying? So that right there, I was like, all right, I get it now. Because in the past, I would let that happen. And this is just something that Divine's trying to show me. Hey, are you healed from this? Or do you still need to go deeper on what is really happening here? So when I went deeper, I realized that there's nobody above me, below me. None of that. So I realized I'm the one with the power of my emotions, right? Power of my reaction. Thankfully, I stood in a professional way and I didn't react the way I would in my past. So I'm really, really proud of that. I'm really proud of me not reacting in an emotional state, and me actually revising myself and like, what is in depth with this. And my thing was, because I felt like sometimes when I see somebody more accomplished than me, I guess you would say more accomplished than me, more successful than me, I would see them higher than me. And nobody is higher than me or lower than me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We're in our own journey. So I would let them say what they say, right? And I would internalize their projections, mind you, because that's how they feel, right? That's how they feel onto me, right? And I didn't know how to handle that. My being an empath, I get emotional, right? And lately I've learned how to alchemize it to the point that it works in my favor, you know? Because you don't pay evil with evil. You don't pay ugly with ugly. You don't. And if they didn't know that they're doing it in that way, of course you can point it to their bring it to their attention and be like, yo, you know, this made me feel this way, right? And it all depends on the reaction of how you go about that, right? So something wanted me not to talk about this, but I'm gonna keep talking about it. You said what you said, right? You said the table clearing, and how they react, has nothing to do with you. Nothing. So this is two ways it can react. against you or respect you. Either way, it has nothing to do with you. It really has to do with them. You did what you did and came up to the person and cleared the air. This is how I feel about this and that. So either you respect me or you don't respect me. If you don't respect me, then bam. You know what I'm saying? You can literally cut ties with that person. That's just how it is. And you ain't wrong in doing that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You gotta respect yourself if you want to be respected. And I mean in all forms. I'm talking about even your health, your time, your energy, all of it, baby, all of it. Respect every part of you. Because if those who don't respect you, they don't respect themselves. You don't need to react to the ones that don't respect you. You really don't. Because they ain't got your energy, and that's not your position to say anything. All right, that's how you feel. That's how you feel for yourself. That's how you feel about yourself. Bro, I'm loving like these curls. Like I bought me some new cream. Let me stop. I always do that. I really do. I always do that shit. So anyways, I'm so proud of myself. That's really what I want to say. I'm very proud of myself. And these videos that I put out is for me. It's generally for me. And those who resonate. If you don't resonate, then all right. It's fine. I ain't doing this for people. I mean, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? There's only love in my frequency. Only love. But when it comes to this, when it comes to me, it's me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to what I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it to me. Because this is the mirror. You know what I'm saying? This is what needs to be listened to, heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then who resonate. But let me tell you something. I am not your idol. I am not none of that. None of that. I'm a mirror of you. Of your capabilities. You see what I done conquered and what miracles I have in my life. What I overcame. All this. You can do the same. That's why I said there ain't nobody above me. There's nobody below me. You know, I said so above, so below. Yeah, but that has to do with you. Nobody else. You. You know what I'm saying? So above or below, that's it. You. The energy is you. Nobody else. Comparison is a thief of joy. That's in somebody's song. And somewhere else too. It is. The only comparison you have is towards yourself. That's it. I'm sending love and healing towards your life. Love and light and abundance of blessings. I am a mirror of you if you resonate with this. And if you don't resonate with this, it's all right. Because I'm still a mirror of you. A mirror of your higher self speaking to you. Because you fell upon this. It was time for you to listen to this. You weren't prepared. You thought you weren't prepared. It's like I said, it's a seed sown. You thought you weren't prepared. The time will come when everything will connect. And you'll be like, well, damn. That's why I never knock any person that's a channel messenger. Sometimes I get mad of commercialism and consumerism and all that stuff when it comes to like selling stuff. I get mad at it because I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I have my personal views about channeling. Like, you were given that talent, so we shouldn't sell that talent. Just like I don't be selling my music. It's there for distribution, and then I get paid for people to listen to it, but they don't have to pay. You know what I'm saying? To listen to me. They just listen to me regardless of what, and then I get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you shouldn't get paid for what you do. After a certain amount of time, like, it's not that you should, it's that it happens. That's the way the universe produces. Okay, you put in the work, then I'm gonna bless you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens. You get blessed. But to fool people to do something that they could do within themselves, that's a whole different story. And that's a whole different conversation I'm gonna get into, but I ain't gonna get into right now because I'm already 25 minutes, 25. That's 7. Add to 14, which is 5, which is change. I ain't gonna get into that too much because I really don't. It is what it is. You feel me? People do what they do. I know what I'm doing. That's all I worry about. Blessing of light. Y'all amazing. I love y'all. Stay beautiful.